the Hacienda, Rivet here. Today we're going to make something delicious from Paraguay. And Paraguay is a landlocked country in South America, and you might wonder, what the heck? Why Paraguay? Well, honestly, my family has 2 generations of experience down in Paraguay, including myself, and I'm not going to bore you with all that back history and story, but if you want to know, shoot me an email. I'll tell you all the happy stuff about that. But anyway, today we're going to make Arroz Kesu, which is cheese rice. Yeah, cheese rice. It's a delicious side dish from Paraguay, and Kesu is Guarani, which is their native language for queso, which means cheese. And it's cheesy rice. And Mrs. Rivet said, well, that's just mac and cheese comfort food, but with rice. And she's absolutely right, because in Paraguay, when you're sick or you're not feeling down or you need comfort food, they make Arroz Kesu. But at the same time, it is a staple as a side dish for grilled meats, beef especially. Paraguay is the #2 beef raising country behind Argentina, and so beef is king in Paraguay. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here we go. Very simple ingredients over here. We got an onion on the left. We got 1 cup of rice. We got some butter. In this case, I got Kerrygold Irish butter. Absolutely delicious. We want 2 cubes of beef stock. In this case, I got the Airbox packs. Each pack is 1 cube. 3 teeth of garlic. We're going to need a cup of vitamin D milk. And we want 8 ounces of melty cheese Chihuahua. Now, the original recipe calls for queso paraguayo. Now, we don't have Paraguayan cheese, and we can't get it in the United States. It's a very local, fresh, melty cheese. The easiest other cheese to use would be Mexican Chihuahua or Quesadilla cheese. Provolone would be good. Mozzarella would be fine. Pepper jack. What you want is a good flavored melty cheese. So we're going with Chihuahua. Now that we got that garlic chopped up nice, let's go ahead and do the onion. Beautiful. And we gotta cut up the cheese too. Take the wrapper off and chop her up. Ya está listo. Manos a la obra. Alright, to the delicious melted butter, we're going to add the onions right now. And we're going to stir them around. Stir them around till they get translucent. And we got them on medium heat. And we're going to put about half a teaspoon of sea salt and half a teaspoon of coarse ground black pepper in there, as well as the 2 packs of Airbox Bouillon cubes. Okay, here's the second one, and we're going to stir that in real well and continue cooking just for another few minutes. We're still on medium heat. Alright, after a couple minutes of cooking, you see the onions are starting to get translucent. We're going to add the 3 bulbs garlic, nicely sliced, and over medium heat. We're going to continue cooking a little bit to get all that fragrance and oils out of these vegetables so they can make the Arroz Kesu what it is. After a few more minutes, that's looking good. We're going to add the 1 cup of rice, and we're going to turn up the heat to high, or just short of high. And before we add the water, we're going to stir in the rice and get it all nice and happy with the oils of the butter and the flavors of the garlic and the onion. This is, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Now we're going to add the water and we're going to bring it up to boil. Once it's up to boil, we're going to turn it down to simmer, and we are going to simmer it uncovered until it starts to get dry, slightly soupy. This is very different from cooking normal rice, and this is where Arroz Kesu gets different. So let's get it boiling. Oh, it's starting to boil. All right, we're going to turn down to number 2 to simmer. Okay, so after about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes, when you can make a little hole like that in the rice, that's perfect. Now we're going to add the 1 cup of whole milk. Oh, beautiful. And the cheese, the queso, or the queso, and we are going to mix this up until it gets all nice and melty and continue cooking. We got it over number 4, and we're going to continue cooking because it's not, the rice ain't ready yet, but it's time to melt the cheese. Arroz Kesu. This is it. Oh yeah. Alright, join me in a bit. At this point, you want to stir it occasionally like this. And I don't know if you can hear it on the bottom, because you don't want it to scorch. So it's like kind of like making risotto, but it's not. So we've got it still on medium. I'm going to turn it down to 4. And we're going to keep cooking this like that. Okay, after a few minutes, and the rice is like that, you can hear it, you can see that it's dry, but it's risotto like. This is perfect. This is where you want to be. So now we're going to cover it. We're going to turn the burner off, and we're going to move it to another burner that's cold, and we're going to let it set for 10 minutes before we serve it. So join me then. Alright, 10 minutes of resting. Look at that. The rice is stiff, it's cheesy, and wow, is it smelling good. Let's go ahead and plate some up and let's eat some. This is smelling awesome, delicious. Let's try it. We got, oh my gosh, look at this steamy stuff. This is gonna be good. Let me try it. Oh, yes. The beef bouillon sets it off. The onions, my God, beautiful. I am glad I did not use sweet onions on this. The hot white onions just pair off with the beef bouillon perfectly. And cheese. Granted, folks, I would have thought that that entire cheese would have been too much. No, I followed an exact Paraguayan recipe. 8 ounces of cheese per 1 cup of rice. Man, I'm thinking when this is cold, I'll make a taco out of it. Heck yeah, with some salsa, this is going to be delicious. This could be a filling for an omelet. This stuff is delicious. God. Well, I never had that when I was sick, but I'll tell you what, I would like that with some grilled chicken or beef. That's delicious stuff. Thanks for watching, people. Paraguayan Arroz Kesu. Thanks for watching.